There's something deeply haunting about being a Sagittarius. You light up every room with your fire, your freedom, your truth. And yet, when life gets dark, when the weight becomes too heavy to carry, no one seems to step in. You've probably asked yourself more than once, why am I always the one helping, guiding, saving? But no one ever shows up for me. You're not imagining things. Baba Vanga herself warned about this energy. The archer walks alone, not because they are forgotten, but because they were born with the strength to carry silence. This video is not just a list. It's a decoding, a revelation. We're about to unveil 14 mystical reasons why people don't dare to help a Sagittarius. Why even fate seems to step aside and let you struggle. Why angels hesitate. But this isn't a punishment. This is your path, your contract. And once you understand it, you'll stop resenting the silence and start embracing your power. Stay with me to the very end, because the 14th reason might just change how you see yourself forever. Comment if this makes sense to you. Have you ever been the strongest one in every room, and yet the most alone? Tell me below. I read every word. Now, let me take you into the flame. Reason number 14. Because you've been chosen to walk without a map. They say Sagittarius doesn't ask for help. But what if I told you that help was never meant to arrive? You weren't born to follow. You weren't born to be rescued. You were chosen to walk through life without a map, so others could find courage in your footprints. Baba Vanga once whispered, the archer carries no compass because their spirit is the compass. And that is why they must walk first, even into darkness. People don't help you, not because they don't care, but because deep down, they feel you don't need them. You radiate strength. You speak of distant lands, untamed dreams, and roads not yet built. That's intimidating, even to the ones who love you. You are the kind of soul who learns by leaping, not waiting. You'll burn before you beg. You'll crawl before you cry out. And while that makes you powerful, it also makes you hard to reach. Your independence is sacred, but it can become a prison when you use it to prove you're unbreakable. Here's the truth. Most never say. People don't offer you help because you've unknowingly trained them not to. With every "I got this," you close a door. With every silent struggle, you teach the world to watch, not act. But even fire needs air. Life lesson. Real strength isn't never needing help. Real strength is knowing when to let it in. Sagittarius, it's okay to be the warrior, but sometimes, let someone hold your shield for a moment. Comment if this makes sense to you. Have you ever felt like asking for help would make you feel weak, even when you were drowning? Share your truth below. Someone else might need it more than you know. Reason 13. Because you refuse to be caged even by kindness. You were born under a sign ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, freedom, and divine chaos. Sagittarius, you were never meant to be tied down, not by rules, not by expectations, and not even by kindness. That's why help feels like a trap. Even when someone reaches out with good intentions, your soul recoils. Because to you, structure equals suffocation. Advice feels like interference, and even gentle hands can feel like chains. Baba Vanga once said to contain the archer is to kill the horizon itself. That's why they don't help you. Not because they don't care, but because they sense that even compassion can feel invasive to you. You don't want rescue. You want space. You don't want solutions. You want options. You've built an invisible boundary and people respect it, even when you wish they wouldn't. The irony, you crave connection. But when help shows up, you question it. You analyze motives. You fear being beholden to someone else's idea of what's right. But Sagittarius, what if help isn't a cage? What if it's a bridge? Letting someone in doesn't mean surrendering your fire. It means letting your fire light up someone else's path, and maybe letting them warm you too. Life doesn't always need to be a solo expedition. Life lesson. Not every hand that reaches for you is trying to control you. Some are just trying to walk beside you. Have you ever turned away help just because you feared what it would cost you in freedom? Drop a comment below if this resonates. Reason 12, because your truth burns too bright for fragile egos. Sagittarius, you don't just speak the truth, you live it. You walk with it like a torch in your hand, even when the flame scorches everything fake around you. That's why people back away. You don't sugarcoat. You don't flatter. You don't play games to make others feel more comfortable. And while some admire your honesty, others fear it because your truth reflects their illusion. Baba Vanga once said, "The one who speaks fire will always be left in silence until the world is ready to burn with them." People don't help you because they don't know how to handle you. You've said things that broke illusions. You've spoken words that others weren't ready to hear. You've been a mirror, and not everyone wants to see themselves clearly. So instead of growing with you, they distance themselves. Instead of thanking you, they avoid you. And instead of offering support, they stay silent, afraid that their help might be the next thing you dismantle with your unfiltered vision. But don't dim your truth, Sagittarius. You weren't born to speak softly just to protect fragile egos. You were born to awaken, to challenge, to set fires where falsehoods grow like weeds. And yes, that can be lonely, but it's also sacred life lesson. Your truth may isolate you, but it also frees you. Speak it anyway. Have you ever lost people simply because you were honest with them? If that hits home, share your experience in the comments. Your voice matters, and someone out there needs to hear it. Reason 11, because you choose the unknown over the comfortable every time. Sagittarius, you don't fear the unknown. You crave it. Where others seek comfort, you chase the horizon. Where others build walls, you ask, what's beyond them? And that's exactly why people don't know how to help you. Because you keep moving. You leap before planning. You leave comfort zones like burning bridges behind you. And for most people, that's terrifying. Baba Vanga once said the archer travels not for distance, but for becoming. You don't just explore the world, you explore yourself. You change. You outgrow. You evolve so rapidly that those who try to help can't keep up. They offer you advice rooted in fear. They give you warnings dressed as care, but you'd rather make mistakes on your path than follow someone else's footsteps. So what happens? They stop offering help, not out of neglect, but out of confusion. You've become a moving target, and they don't know where you'll be next. But that's your magic, Sagittarius. You're not here to settle. You're here to soar. Just remember, even explorers need rest. Even wanderers need places to return to. Life lesson. Seeking the unknown doesn't mean rejecting support. It means choosing who walks beside you wisely. Have you ever outgrown someone because they couldn't walk at your pace? Leave a comment if this speaks to your journey. Reason 10. Because you smile through storms and they mistake it for strength. You wear your smile like armor, Sagittarius. Even when your heart is breaking. Even when your soul is tired. You greet the world with laughter, light, and bold energy, and they believe you're fine. That's the problem. People look at you and see strength, not knowing it's been built on silent battles, sleepless nights, and the kind of pain you don't speak out loud. You don't bleed where others can see it, you bleed inward. Baba Vanga once said, "The fire sign that laughs the loudest is often the one burning inside." You've trained the world to think you don't need help. You show up for others. You carry them. You guide them through their storms. But when yours comes, they don't show up, not because they don't care, but because they can't see it. You've mastered the art of hiding your hurt behind humor. And while that makes you inspiring, it also makes you invisible when you're in pain. You deserve to be seen, not just as the strong one, but as the human behind the fire. You don't need to smile through every storm. It's okay to let the thunder speak sometimes. Life lesson. Strength isn't pretending you're okay. Strength is allowing yourself to be supported when you're not. Have you ever felt like your positivity made people think you didn't need help, even when you were falling apart? If this resonates, share something real in the comments. You never know who it will heal. Reason 9. Because vulnerability feels like a threat to your freedom. Sagittarius, your spirit was born wild, untamed, unscripted, unapologetic. To you, freedom isn't just a desire, it's survival. It's sacred. But here's the paradox. Vulnerability, the very thing that creates intimacy, feels like a threat to that freedom. Baba Vanga once said the archer will protect their heart like a kingdom, not out of fear, but because too much of them lives inside it. You keep your pain private. You bury your needs. You smile when you want to scream, because letting someone in means they might try to control the parts of you you've fought so hard to keep wild. Even when someone offers help with love, you question it. You wonder what it will cost. You imagine what part of your fire you'll have to dim to keep them comfortable. So you push them away. And the truth, that self-protection becomes a wall. A wall that keeps out not just harm, but healing. People don't help you because they feel your armor. They sense the silent warning, "I've got this. Don't get too close." But Sagittarius, vulnerability isn't weakness. It's strength. It's trust. And it's one of the few things that can set your fire free, not cage it. Life lesson: real freedom includes the freedom to feel deeply, openly, and without shame. Have you ever hidden your pain just to keep your independence intact? If so, share one truth in the comments, even just a word. It might be the beginning of your healing. Reason 8. Because you say yes to everything until there's nothing left of you. You have a fire inside that doesn't like to say no. To experiences, to people, to possibility. Sagittarius, your soul is wired to explore, to give, to engage. So you say yes, again and again, even when you're exhausted, even when you're breaking. Baba Vanga once said the archer believes they must carry the world until the weight shatters their spine. You say yes because you believe you can handle it. You say yes because you don't want to disappoint. You say yes because adventure calls and you're afraid to miss something important. But what no one sees is the cost. the emotional burnout, the mental fatigue, the soul-deep emptiness after you've poured everything you have into everyone else, and no one notices you're running dry. People don't offer help because you look like you've got it all under control, because you keep showing up, because you keep saying yes. But beneath that energy is a silent scream, one that says, I don't know how to stop without letting everyone down. Sagittarius, you weren't born to carry everyone. You were born to move freely, not out of obligation, but inspiration. Life lesson. Saying yes to everything eventually means saying no to yourself. Choose with love, not guilt. Have you ever given so much that you forgot what it felt like to receive? Drop a comment below if this speaks to your soul. You deserve to be full, not just functional. Reason 7. Because you don't trust help that comes with strings, and most help does. Sagittarius, you're not naive. You might be hopeful, adventurous, and curious, but you're not easily fooled. You've learned that some offers of help don't come from love. They come from ego, from control, from people who want to own a piece of you in exchange for what they give. And that's something you simply won't allow. Baba Vanga once warned, the archer sees the leash behind the kindness and chooses to run wild instead. You don't trust help that feels conditional. If someone keeps score, you're out. If someone offers support but expects obedience in return, you'll disappear. You value freedom more than comfort, integrity more than convenience. You would rather suffer in silence than be someone's puppet dressed in gratitude. People don't help you because you've made it clear. You don't accept half-hearted gestures. You don't tolerate fake concern. You don't play power games, and while that may leave you isolated at times, it also keeps you in alignment with your truth. Sagittarius, your discernment is not bitterness, it's wisdom. You just need to remember, not every hand extended is trying to control you. Some are just trying to stand beside you. Life lesson. Discern who's helping from love and who's helping from a need to be needed. One heals, the other harms. Have you ever rejected someone's help because deep down it didn't feel clean? If that's ever happened to you, share below. Your instincts might help someone else wake up. Reason 6. Because your need for freedom is so intense, people feel they're in the way. Your soul was forged in open skies, wild roads, and limitless dreams. You were never meant to be contained, not by rules, not by routine, and definitely not by anyone else's expectations. Sagittarius, your need for freedom is not a phase. It's your nature. It's how you breathe. Baba Vanga once said, the archer's freedom is so fierce it burns through the ropes before they're even tied. And that's why people don't help you. They don't know how. Because to help you often means getting close. And getting close means risking your resistance. You don't just want space, you need it. Not because you reject people, but because you're afraid their presence will cost you your path. So even when someone comes with love, you pull back. Even when their help could make things easier, you run not out of pride but out of instinct. To many, that reads as rejection. They start to believe that helping you is intruding on you, that supporting you means slowing you down. But here's the truth. You don't need less connection. You just need connection that doesn't cage you. Sagittarius Nammi, not everyone who walks with you wants to lead you. Some just want to witness your flight, not clip your wings. Life lesson. Freedom isn't about being alone. It's about choosing the right people to be free with. Have you ever distanced yourself from someone just to protect your space? If this reflects your truth, write about it below. This is a safe space for your fire. Reason 5, because your energy moves so fast. Most people can't catch up. Sagittarius, your soul doesn't stroll, it soars. You move fast. In thought, in vision, in transformation. By the time others understand what you're doing, you're already on to the next chapter, the next idea, the next dream. And this is why help rarely comes early. Baba Vanga once said, "The archer moves like wind, and those who try to hold it lose it." People admire your momentum until they realize they can't match it. You evolve too quickly. You shift too often. And while you're not trying to leave anyone behind, you often do. It's not because you don't care. It's because you're always in motion. You're chasing insight, purpose, a feeling that hasn't fully formed yet. So when others try to help, they struggle. By the time they understand what you needed, you've already outgrown the problem. Their help arrives too late, or worse, it arrives outdated. This doesn't mean you don't need support. It means your support has to come from those who can flow with your frequency, not try to slow it down. Sagittarius, your pace is part of your purpose. But remember, sometimes the soul needs stillness too. Not to stop the journey, but to allow others to walk beside you. Life lesson: speed is your gift, but connection requires rhythm. Let the right people learn your tempo. Have you ever felt like you had to choose between growing and being understood? Tell your truth below. You're not alone in that tension, even if it often feels that way. Reason 4, because your standards are so high. People feel they can't measure up. You don't settle, Sagittarius. Not for mediocre love, not for empty words, not for anything that doesn't feel true to your vision. Your expectations aren't just high, they're sacred. Baba Vanga once said, "The archer does not aim at the obvious. They aim for truth, depth, and destiny, and not all are willing to follow." You want more from life, from love, from yourself, and you're not afraid to chase it. That's admirable, but it can also be intimidating. People don't help you, not because they don't want to, but because they're afraid they'll fall short. Afraid their efforts won't be enough. Afraid their support won't match your fire. You've set the bar so high with your energy, your insight, your integrity, that most don't believe they can meet it. Even when someone tries, they second-guess themselves. Will this even matter to someone like them? Will I be judged if I don't get it right? They don't realize that you're not looking for perfection. You're looking for presence, for realness, for soul. Sagittarius, your high standards protect your purpose. But don't forget, it's okay to let people show up imperfectly. Not everyone who shows up weak will stay that way. Life lesson: don't lower your standards, but don't raise your walls so high that love can't climb them. Have you ever felt disappointed by people trying to help, only to realize they were just scared of letting you down? If that hits, share a moment in the comments. There's power in being understood. Reason 3, because you bounce back so fast. People think you're already fine. You take a hit and get back up. You lose something and find a new horizon. You break and build again fast. Sagittarius, your resilience is legendary, but it's also misleading. Baba Vanga once said, "The archer heals while running, but the wound still bleeds just out of sight." People see you bounce back and assume you're okay, that you've processed it, that you've moved on. But they don't realize moving on doesn't mean it didn't hurt. You're so skilled at rising from ashes that no one thinks to check if you're still covered in burn marks. They stop offering help because you seem untouchable, invincible, fine. But there are nights when you're not fine, when you feel the weight of all the silent battles you never shared, when the speed of your healing leaves no space for actual support, and by the time someone realizes you needed them, you've already outgrown the moment. Sagittarius, your strength is beautiful, but you don't have to rise alone every time. Just because you can survive without help doesn't mean you always should. Life lesson. Resilience is powerful, but so is resting. So is receiving. So is being seen. Have you ever felt like your strength became the reason no one checked on you? Drop a comment if this hit somewhere deep. Your story matters here. Reason 2. Because your positivity hides the pain no one knows you carry. Sagittarius, you're the light in dark rooms, the joke in the middle of heartbreak, the hopeful voice when everything around you is collapsing. People rely on your positivity, and that's exactly why they overlook your pain. Baba Vanga once said, "The one who smiles the brightest has learned to cry in silence." Your optimism is not fake, it's earned. It's how you've survived. It's your shield, your sword, your soul's way of saying, even if everything falls apart, I'll find meaning in the rubble. But here's the truth. That strength becomes a disguise. People stop checking on you. They stop offering support because your laughter says, "I'm okay," even when your eyes say, "I'm not." You carry so much, and do it with grace. But grace shouldn't mean invisibility. You deserve to be asked, "Are you really okay?" And not just once, but twice the second time, with love that waits for the real answer. Sagittarius, your light is real, but so is your shadow. You don't have to hide it to be worthy of care. Life lesson. Positivity is not the absence of pain, it's the choice to rise through it. But even the strongest need space to rest their flame. Have you ever smiled through something you wish someone had noticed? If you're ready, share one moment in the comments. Let yourself be witnessed, even here. Reason 1. Because your mystery makes people afraid to get too close. There's something about you, Sagittarius, that people can't explain. They're drawn to you, your energy, your vision, your boldness, but they never quite understand you. And that's exactly why they hesitate. You are mystery in motion. Baba Vanga once said, "The archer hides galaxies in their silence, and most cannot stand to look too long at the stars." You don't reveal everything, not because you're hiding, but because you're becoming. You're always evolving, always expanding, and most people don't know how to hold space for something that doesn't sit still. You love deeply, but you guard the center of your soul like a sacred temple. You tell stories, but leave out the final chapter. You laugh, but no one sees the ancient knowing behind your eyes. So they keep their distance. They respect you, but from afar. They admire you, but they never ask what you need, because your presence feels divine and unreachable. But Sagittarius, even the stars need someone to trace their shape. Let someone in, not to explain you, but to witness you. Your mystery is not a wall, it's a doorway. Life lesson. The most magnetic souls often feel the most alone, not because they're unlovable, but because others forget they need love too. Have you ever felt like people were fascinated by you, but never truly saw you. Say it in the comments. Your mystery deserves to be met with presence, not silence. Conclusion. The fire no one knows how to hold, so now you know. It was never that people didn't care. It's that your soul was written in a language most have never learned to read. You've walked through life glowing with strength, insight, and a freedom that can't be tamed. And while the world watched in awe, it rarely reached out. Not because you were forgotten, but because they believed you didn't need anything. Because you made survival look like art. Baba Vanga once said, "There are souls born to walk alone, not in punishment, but in preparation, so that when others lose their way, they can follow the flame." Sagittarius, you are that flame, but even fire needs to rest. Even fire deserves to be warmed, not just to warm others. Even fire needs to be protected. This isn't about becoming softer, it's about becoming whole. Let your independence remain sacred, but don't let it become a shield that blocks love. Let your wisdom remain fierce, but don't let it silence your ache. Let your truth remain bright, but don't let it blind you to the people quietly reaching toward you. You don't need to walk alone to prove your strength. You were never meant to carry your entire path in silence. There are people waiting to love you right, to stand beside your flame without trying to control it, to help without dimming you. But you must let them see your light and your shadow. That's where the real help begins. Life lesson. Sagittarius doesn't need everyone, but they do need someone who can walk beside them, not behind, not ahead, just beside. If this message touched something deep in you, leave a comment below. Tell the world, I carry the fire, but I welcome those who walk with it. And if this channel speaks to your soul, subscribe to the Sagittarius Flame, because no one should burn this brightly and feel this alone. We see you, and we're walking with you now.